All right. Welcome everybody to newbie orientation, class number 2. We are recording, and so if you are watching this live, awesome, and if you're watching the recording, great too. We did record last week, and so make sure if you need to catch up that you watch class number 1. But we're gonna get right into it. If you have any questions, please post them in the chat, okay? So if you tap on your screen on your phone or on your computer, you'll see a chat. There are no dumb questions, ask away, but we hope that your heart and your head is gonna be full of all things you need to know for your business. If I haven't met you guys, my name is Marianne. I am a diamond with Plexus and so pumped that you guys are here. This is the right time, the right place. Get ready, it's gonna be fun. Okay, so we are going to start today with Allie, and I'm so excited because Allie is going to talk about what products to recommend when someone says, tell me about Plexus, and they tell you their health goals, right? And you think, what in the world do I say? So Allie is a brand new Emerald with Plexus, and I'm so excited for her to share. Thank you, Allie.
Hi, you guys. Thanks, Marianne. Yep, my name's Allie, and I have been with Plexus for about 1 year, and I just hit Emerald rank 2 months ago. So my passion this whole past year with Plexus has been these products and these ingredients and the research behind them and just the amazing results that I've seen from my friends and family. So that's what I'm going to talk to you a little bit about tonight, just what to recommend when people reach out for more information. So before I forget this, I want to let you guys know you all have access to the Alive Tribe Facebook group. So when you click and you're in Alive Tribe, there's a search bar at the top with a little magnifying glass. I want you guys to write down the word recommend. If you type recommend into that search bar, the second post, it's usually the second post for me, that's going to pop up is a post that Marianne did a year ago, and it's called What to Recommend for What. This post is so amazing. It's such a great resource. It lists tons of health conditions and concerns, allergies, Hashimoto's, fibromyalgia, migraines, and then it tells you next to it what the best Plexus products are to recommend for those particular health concerns. So this is a lifeline. Definitely save that post somewhere. Okay, so when someone first reaches out and says, okay, I'm interested in your post, tell me about Plexus, the first thing you want to find out is really what their health goals are, what they're interested in helping or fixing or treating. So I like to tell them a little bit about the products in general and then end with a question, what are some of your health goals? So this is what I say. I usually leave it in a voice message. I'm a talker, but you can leave this in a text, you can leave this in a written message on social media. I usually start with a lot of enthusiasm and I say, I'm so excited that you want to learn more about these products. They've been a game changer for my health, my migraines, my bloat, my energy levels, and I've seen amazing results from my friends and family. I love that these products are all natural, plant-based, non-GMO, gluten-free, and that they're clinically studied and proven to work. There are products that target gut health, weight loss, energy, skin health, and more. What are some of your specific health goals? And we can see if this might be a good fit for you. So it's kind of vague. It doesn't give your website. It doesn't say Plexus, but it gives them enough about the products that they're excited and they feel good about the quality. And then it ends with a question, which is what are some of your health goals? So you might be doing this in a 3-way chat with your sponsor, which is great because they can kind of help show you the ropes of how the back and forth works with the conversation about health goals. But most likely the person will say X, Y, and Z. This is what I am looking to treat. So you see what they say, and then the vast majority of people really are going to benefit so much from the triplex. It is the foundation of our gut health program. It targets everything. It targets inflammation, it balances insulin, which is the master hormone, which balances the other hormones. And it's so great at getting to the root cause of what brings people to Plexus. And it really is responsible for that root healing in the gut. So I do feel strongly that everybody in the world can benefit from the triplex, but a lot of times people have additional goals. For example, weight loss is a big one. So gut health and weight loss together always sets off a big alarm in my head. That is the $199 package, the Renew You Essentials. It's an amazing combo. Anyone who wants to target gut health and weight loss should be on that combo. I know Marianne talked a lot about this on the Monday night meeting. I don't want to be redundant, but if you missed that meeting, I just want to say that welcome pack is incredible. The 199s in general are going to give people the most amazing results. So if you're not familiar yet with all the welcome packs, check them all out. Get familiar with the 199s because there's over $350 worth of products in most of those combos that they're getting for $199. And when you join Plexus, that's the only time you're ever going to have access to such a low rate. So that's the lowest combo that they'll be able to access, that initial welcome pack order. So the value is insane. The other thing about the 199s is that their products the next month, the cost either goes down or stays the same. When you order a 99, then the next month the triplex is 120, and a lot of people come, they're like, why did it go up like 25 bucks? I don't get it. And so they love that the prices are staying either the same or in a lot of cases going down because sometimes they don't need everything again the second month. The other thing about any of the 199 packs is it's more products to try, more products to fall in love with, more products to want to order every month. So it helps to keep their orders at 100 PV, which helps them earning free perks points, which helps them get really excited because not only are they getting amazing results and loving everything, but they're getting to choose a freebie every other month. And then, of course, the most important thing is the 199 is going to give them the best possible results. As you get further down the line with your business, you'll also learn that the 199 is ultimately much better for your business, not just because it's keeping people happier and getting people better results, but right now, if you sell a 99 welcome pack, you get a $20 business building bonus the following Thursday. And then if you're level 2, the person who you signed up, your friend who you signed up, if she sells a 99, you get $5. And that's where it ends. But if you and your team start learning to sell 199s and start making all your customers happy with 199s, it goes down 4 levels. $25 for your welcome pack sale, $12.50 for the next level, $7.50 for the next level, and $5 for your level 4s. So what you're making on your level 2s from selling 99s, you'd be making on your level 4s. I know right now you're probably thinking $5, not a big deal. But as your team grows to 200, 400, 600 people, that's thousands of dollars more in your pocket while getting people the best possible value for the best package. So I'm a huge fan of 199s. When I joined, actually, and anybody on here that's older than 6 months in this company, when you wanted to hit a rank, you couldn't use the 99 welcome pack. It didn't mean anything. You couldn't rank up on it because it wasn't worth any points. So there was an expression, whenever you were going for a rank, 99s don't exist. And it was so funny because we all, in order to hit gold, we would sell 20 199s, and the people loved it and the customers were so happy, and it just was something that we got into talking about. And so you have to kind of go into selling a 199 with the mindset and the confidence that you're not just here for a quick sale, you're not just here to make 99 bucks, but these people trust you. They're brand new, they have no idea what to order, and they trust you to get them started on the best possible foot. So anyway, the Renew You Essentials is amazing for weight loss and gut health because it's the triplex, and it's 2 bags of lean, 2 bags of active, and MetaBurn. So they'll love the results, they'll love the taste of everything, they'll love you for recommending it. $6 a day is what it breaks down to, and the lean is a meal replacement. So it's got amazing value. The other 199 that I love, it's brand new. It's the Family Essentials. It comes with both of the kids products, the brand new kids line, and it comes with the whole triplex, so all 3 products. Plus it comes with X Factor Plus for us, and it comes with Mega X, the amazing omega supplement, and it comes with lean. That is a lot of products for $199. And if you guys know, like Arbonne, you start at $295, Isogenics, you start at $378. So $199 is still like a steal for the value that you get here. Okay, so anyway, if somebody is like, no way, I won't budge, $199 is way too much, totally fine. Of course, there's 99s for that reason. The triplex itself is a 99. And if someone just wants weight loss and they're not interested in starting with the triplex, they really just want to lose weight, we have 99 combos for that reason. So if they like shakes, the Renew You beginner combo is amazing. It's 1 bag of slim, 1 bag of lean, 1 bag of active. gets a little dicey because you don't really have enough for the whole month because it's only like 14 days of lean. So again, $199 is better, but it's fine for the 99. And then the Healthy Weight Basics is the one with no shakes. So that would be my weight loss recommendation for someone who needs a 99, and that's just Slim, Balance, and MetaBurn. So if the 99 is, where they want to be budget-wise, I would just say to them up front that the 199 is going to give you the best possible start and the best possible results, but it's totally fine. It's your option, and it's fine if you want to start with the 99. I just want to tell you that up front. That way, if they come back in a month or two and they're like, I'm not seeing results, then you can say, okay, remember how at the beginning I told you that this package would be the best? Let's now add in a lean shake as a meal replacement, or let's now add in MetaBurn and kind of kickstart those weight loss results a little bit more. So that is pretty much all I can recommend. I mean, the Alive Tribe list is so comprehensive that it will literally tell you the best products to recommend for all the disorders and all the health concerns that people have. So I would say if you have a really interesting case, then go to your sponsor, go to the person that helped sign you up and say, okay, this is what she has. How do you feel about this? And your sponsor will say, I love that. She has rheumatoid arthritis. You definitely need ease. And she can kind of help steer you for the first few weeks. And then definitely my favorite thing to do, instead of overwhelming people with all the welcome packs, is after you hear their health goals and you go back and forth a little bit and you show that you understand their situation, I love to just recommend 2 or 3 tops. And I send them the graphics and I just say, these are the 2 or 3 welcome packs that I feel would best suit your needs. I would tag them in a post in Alive Tribe or Health and Happiness where they can see someone else with those disorders or those issues, and then they really feel like you get them and you understand them and you're recommending them from a point of experience and knowledge.
Allie, that's so fabulous. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
I so appreciate that. And we have, okay, so there's a Google Docs. Thank you, Megan, so much for creating that. And you guys should be able to click on that and see the images of the welcome packs we're talking about. And then if you scroll up in the chat, I put the post that Allie was speaking specifically about as well. But if you talk to your sponsor, she will make sure and get you all of those graphics. And like Allie said, it's really important that you have those 3-way conversations with your sponsor, because then you're earning and learning on the job, and you can learn which welcome pack to recommend for those specific needs. Okay, we are going to move on. And again, if you guys have any questions, please post them in the chat. There are no dumb questions, okay? I'm so excited to introduce Amber to you guys. She is also a brand new Emerald and is a real estate agent and balances Plexus with all kinds of things. 3 boys, Lord help her. And she's going to talk about time blocking. If you're kind of thinking, I don't know how I'm going to do this with my life, then Amber is your girl. So Amber, yay, thank you.
Yay. Well, I am not as soothing and calm as Allie. So Allie's like, I'm like, oh, I could just listen to her, but I'm going to try to be really together. So thank you. I am super excited. So like Marianne said, I've got 3 boys and I work real estate full time. And I really work it. So I run a high producing team in real estate. So this is not just, a small thing that I do. So I probably work a ton of hours. I don't even like to think about it. So I want to just share with you some of the things that I do to make Plexus fit into my lifestyle. And I am not new to network marketing. I did it years and years and years ago. And so I've learned some tips and tricks over the years of what to do and what not to do. And so I just want to share those with you. One of the big things that I want to tell you is it is not going to be perfect, you guys. So I know a lot of you are opposite of me, where I am just fly by the seat of my pants. I'm like, it'll work out. I know a lot of you are very detailed, and I love that, and I appreciate that. But you're going to have to release a little bit. This journey is not going to be perfect, and there will never be a perfect time to do it, and you will never know everything that you need to know to get this going. So So I want to really encourage you, don't sit there and say, well, I've got to get all my steps mapped out. I've got to get all my things in line, because guess what? You will never start. And you will be sitting here a year from now saying, oh, well, I got to learn all the products. I've got to do this. That's why you have such an amazing team. That's why you're a part of a legacy in Plexus, with women that are just crushing it in this company, because we're willing to reach down and reach up to help you. So you do not have to know it all. Okay. One of the big things that you have to do is to be consistent, time over task over time. And so what I mean by that is you have to show up every day for you. And a lot of people will say to me, how do you do this? I don't know how you do this. How you get everything done. Well, it's because I don't have a magical superpower. I just show up every day. And I think if you look back over maybe your May or June didn't look the way that you wanted it to look, I think if you really looked at your schedule every day, that you might realize that maybe you just didn't show up every day. And part of that is creating discipline. And discipline is working when we don't feel like working. I can tell you I showed about 42 houses this week. I have realtors on here, and if you are a realtor, you know that 42 houses in 1 week is no bueno. Look, I'm ready to go open Mexico. No bueno. And so I was exhausted. I didn't want to have Plexus conversations today, but I'm disciplined and I'm focused on my goal. So you have to show up even when it doesn't feel good. You can't let yourself off the hook. And I know that there are times in my life, you guys, I learned this from Abby Kappa. She said that you are letting yourself off the hook as a mother. You're letting yourself off the hook as a wife, and you're letting yourself off the hook as a Plexus leader in this company, because you're not showing up when it's hard, and you're not showing up when you don't feel like it. You're working off of emotion and not off of discipline. So number one, you have to do that. Don't start writing night one, number two, because I don't have points. I just kind of speak. So don't even bother doing that. Okay. One of the big suggestions that I make is, if you work a 9-to-5 job or a full-time job, do not go, I know this sounds crazy, but do not go home from work until you have done your Plexus IPAs. So I have a little spot that's in my community that you will often see my car parked, because I know as soon as I walk in my door, I have to put my wife hat on, or I have to put my mom hat on. And so I will go sit in that spot and get my Plexus IPAs done before I even get home. So I really want to encourage you to do that, to get these things done, because guess what? That way when you walk in the door, the guilt is gone, because you've done what you needed to do. You're not walking in the door from being gone all day like this, okay? And when you do that, when you respect your Plexus time, then everyone in your household is also going to respect your business. Because if you're working a full-time job plus a side hustle, it can very easily get to be where people kind of have this grudge against your business, or they don't have a respect for it. So you want to make sure that you're doing that. So don't go home from work. Time blocking, okay? So I time block everything. I've gotten away from having to be so concise with it, but I will tell you, every Sunday I used to sit down with everyone in my family, and we have a calendar. And I say, okay, what do you need from me this week? What do you have this week that I need to be at? Child number 2, what do you need this week? Husband number 3, just kidding, one husband. What do you need from me this week? And so then I'm making sure that I am everywhere that I need to be, and then we put everything in our schedule. You have to time block, okay? And if you don't know what that looks like, for me, when I first started, it looked like I had colors in all my calendars. So pink was my Plexus time. Yellow was my spiritual, quiet family time. Green was my IPA, money-making time. IPA is income-producing activities. That was green. and then blue was, you know, office time. And so I actually took a weekly calendar and I highlighted my time blocking. And so my day was planned out from the time that I woke, from the time that I went to bed. So I had it. And so that's really important to do if you have another job, but even if you don't, because guess what? That's your boss. That calendar is your boss, because you are not disciplined enough to do it on your own. So you need that calendar to say, this is what you're supposed to be doing right now. Put the chips down and the remote down. This is what you're supposed to be doing. Okay. Some of you, IPAs, what could an IPA look like for Plexus? So IPAs would be your customer follow-up. So following up with your customers that you currently have, your happy wholesalers, following up with them. IPAs would be your reach outs. So I try to do 5, you know, at least 5 reach outs a day, tag people, the whole ATM system, and I'm sure we'll talk about that in another thing. And then social media follow-up. So going through and responding to your social media. Okay, social media follow-up does not mean we go down a rabbit hole of looking at pet videos, okay? Social media follow-up is being very purposeful in why you are on Instagram or why you are on Facebook. It is not getting caught off guard. Because let me tell you this, small interruptions, I want you to write this down, small interruptions create big divides. Small interruptions like this, that's cool. Small interruptions create big divides. So if you are getting distracted by small little things, oh, our chats, for instance, you can't respond to all of our chats and dings, right? You have to stay focused on what you're doing, but set a time. If you want to just lazily look at social media, then schedule it, put it in your time block. That's your private, your personal time. Do not include that as your Plexus IPA time, because it's not, right? So setting blocks of time at home, you have to turn it off and you have to turn it on, because you do not want anyone to, you know, hold grudges against your business in your house, and it can happen really easily. It also removes the guilt. So I know when I'm being mommy, I am being mommy all in, and when I am working Plexus, I am working Plexus all in, right? I set a timer a lot of times and say, hey, for my youngest, this is what I'm doing. When this timer goes off, then I'm done on my phone. So set that timer to create those barriers of space. And you guys, a lot of you are already sitting there saying, oh, well, my child won't listen, or they won't know, they're sticking their hands under the door while I'm going to the bathroom. How am I supposed to get them to leave me alone while I'm making phone calls? Your children will rise up to the level of expectation that you set for them, I believe, especially if they get rewarded for doing it. So if you give little small rewards, like, okay, after mommy gets done with her 10 phone calls, you're gonna set this timer, this is what you're gonna be doing, and then we're gonna have a snack, or we're gonna go to the park. Or so give them a reward system and they will rise up. I do believe that. I think sometimes we don't give them enough credit. Oh, set up response times. Okay, so you guys, you can't live on your phone, especially if you have a full-time business. You cannot live on your phone, so set up when you're doing your time block, when you're gonna respond to your Facebook post. Now, I know the best time is to respond private messaging as soon as they respond to your post, because they're involved, they're interested, you've hooked them. But if you work a full-time job, you can't do that, so make sure that you time block to set up that time. You've got to respect your time or no one else will. So here's what I know happens. A lot of people will, they put their side business on the side, and if something else comes up, oh, well, I'll work it tomorrow. I'm gonna double up tomorrow. You guys, that doesn't ever happen. And I guarantee you, if you've ever worked a job outside of your home, when you were supposed to be working that job, and you know, a friend said, hey, let's go to the beach, you didn't just say, oh, sorry, boss, I can't come in today, I'm going to the beach with Sarah. You don't do that, right? So why do we do that with our Plexus business? You have to be committed to it to get the results. That's why, you know, I've moved up very quickly, because I dedicated the time, even when it didn't feel like it. Optimize your workflow, so make sure that you're creating systems, stick to a schedule, Keep it simple. Like I said earlier, you will never figure it out. You guys, I just earned a car and a trip, and I haven't figured anything out. I'm still like, I don't know. But all I know is that I'm relationship building. I'm helping people. I don't even know the numbers for the jewels, but guess what? You don't have to, because there's some high C personality out there that wants to tell you the numbers, and you can do it too. So you don't have to learn everything. Keep it simple. Oh, this is, people hate this one, but I'm going to end close to this one. Your morning routine. I wake up at least an hour before everyone else in my house does. Okay, I know, don't hate me. I'm a fun person, but I do wake up an hour before everyone in my house does. What does that do for me? It gives me an entire, pretty much work day. You guys, if you wake up an hour before everyone else in your house does 5 days a week, that's a full 5-hour work day that you're getting. Okay, so I wake up personally at 5. That's just me. I'm not saying you have to do that. That's my choice. But wake up an hour before. Also, buy your balance. Some of you are making more money than you ever have, even with your Plexus as a side hustle. Buy your balance. It's okay to get someone to help you with your laundry. It's okay to get someone to help you run some errands. It's okay to get someone to watch the kids for an hour a week so you can focus on your Plexus business. That's okay, because guess what? By you investing and buying your balance, you're going to be able to create more wealth for you and more opportunity with your Plexus business. And then the last thing that I just want to say, and there's a whole thing, you guys, on time management. I think it's in the Alive Tribe influencers. I think if you go to Alive Tribe influencers on Facebook, and if you type my name in the search engine, I did a whole video about my notebook and stuff like that to help manage your time better. Be sure and go there. But what I want to say is that if you can't manage 2 hours a day, then you're never going to be able to manage 6 hours a day. Let me say that again. So if you can't even manage 2 hours a day or 1 hour a day to work your Plexus business, you will never be able to manage 6 hours a day working this full time. You will never be able to create a full-time gig with it if you can't even manage 30 minutes a day. It's kind of like when you look at people and you see someone that's able to buy a home in cash. I see this, and they make $30,000 a year. But yet you see someone that's making $200,000 a year that's still renting. It's because they don't manage that money properly. Well, time is the same thing. It's even more of a gift. So if you cannot manage 1 hour a week to work your business and be focused, then you will never be able to manage 6 hours and make this your full-time gig. So that's just what I want to share with you. If you have any questions, you can always reach out to me. I will respond during my time block time of response. But watch that video on Alive Tribe Influencers, because it is really helpful about my little 99-cent notebook, and it'll kind of help you if you feel like you're all over the place. And anyway, I'm just here to give you hope. You can do this too, if I can. So.
Amber, I love it. And you guys, Amber started in November, right around Thanksgiving, and just ranked Emerald last month. So you can absolutely do this as a busy woman, for sure. Amber, thank you so much for sharing. I so appreciate it. All right, we are going to finish tonight with the amazing Megan Zott, and she is going to talk to you about what you do after you add a new ambassador. What do you do? How do you keep them? And Megan is a brand new Sapphire with Plexus, and I am just so excited for her to share with you guys tonight. Megan, where are you?
I'm right here.
Yay!
Okay, so don't judge me, guys. I'm outside because the last time I did a Zoom inside when my son was sleeping, my husband told me that I was super, super loud. So I would be like whispering inside. And I want to second, well, not even second because so many people in the chat, but getting up early, like Amber said, is such a game changer, like such a game changer. So anyways, what do you do when you add a newbie? So you've worked hard, you did the reach outs, you did like all the hard things, right? To get them in the door, they're ready to go. And now what? You don't want to leave them hanging, right? So you want to make sure to give them a sense of community. You want to let them know that you're going to support them and that you're going to be there to guide them the whole way, so that they're just not like getting these products and they're like, okay, now what? So first, what I always do is I would hook them up in Facebook. So that's going to give them that sense of community, especially other than like the chat you have going on with them. And I would add them to a live tribe, and you can tag them in Marianne's getting started post. And I would also send that in Messenger. So you can find that post. For me, I think like if you sort, I just learned about all this sorting, and I should be better at Facebook, but I'm not. But if you can sort in there, but it's under announcements, and it starts welcome newbies. And usually I'll tag them and be like, hey, this is so-and-so, this is a great place to get started, or whatever you want to say. And it's just got a lot of videos in there. It has the getting started guides, and just, of course, tons of info for them to start their journey. Secondly, if you don't already have them in a chat with your upline, which you probably do if you're starting out, because that's honestly how we do all the on-the-job training, make sure you get them in a chat with your upline. So if you don't already have that, you can just introduce them and be like, hey, you know, I'm starting a chat with Emily. She does these products with me, and if you ever have any questions, please feel free to come to this chat, because one of us will be here to answer you at any time. And just to use the chat as a resource and as support. So you want to make sure that you have them in there, because once again, that's like on the job training. You can see how like this is exactly how I learned. You can see how your upline talks to them, checks in with them, like a lot of times probably the first week, and then like at least weekly for the first like month and a half, just to make sure that they're doing okay, liking everything. If you need to tweak like product, how they're taking like the dosage or anything like that. So then I always introduce the referral program. So in an ideal situation, you kind of want to bring this up like when you're first talking to them. You know, you're introducing the triplex to them, for example. You can be like, oh, well, what do you think of that? You know, blah, blah, blah. And you can be like, if you're like me, you know, I thought of so many other people that could benefit from this when I learned about it. Like I knew my mom could definitely need it, this and that. But you get them signed up first, right? So you've already kind of put that seed in there about other people who may need the products. So then when I go in and introduce the referral program, I'll usually just say something, or when you're in the three-way, you could just, sometimes your sponsor may do it first just to get, so you like get the feel of things. But I would just go in and be like, hey, have you heard about our referral program? They'll just say no and be like, well, when you sign up with our wholesale membership, you actually, are eligible for an amazing referral program with Plexus. And just by adding 3 people, you can earn up to $305 this month. Obviously that might change from month to month, but you can kind of give them a whole description, just even throw in there, like, that doesn't mean that you have to do the business, but I'm sure you know other people that could benefit. And then I always make sure after I send that message, or whether you want to voice that message, I make sure to tell them, like, I'm like, well, when I started, you know, I grabbed my husband for accountability. I grabbed both of my parents because I knew that they needed the products and I wanted them to focus on their health. And I grabbed my best friend and my sister-in-law. I always throw a couple different names out there to kind of get like their brain thinking like, oh, you know, my sister-in-law could use this. My cousin could use this, like whatever the case is. My mom really, you know, struggles with anxiety, so she could really use this, something like that. Let me see, you want to make sure that I have notes over here and I've lost my place because I've talked so much already. You want to make sure that you're checking in on them when we get the products. So I mentioned that you'll check in on them the first week, like maybe 2 or 3 times, depending what they're starting and how they're doing. But you want to make sure that you check when their products are arriving so that you can send them the getting started guide. So even though we're tagging them in Marianne's post, I always go in there and I'm like, let me know when your products arrive. I'll go back and check in. Hey, you know, did your products get there yet? What's the ETA? And then I will send them the getting started guide and any like tips or anything. Like I'll use Triplex as an example. Like we have a whole chart that talks about when to take the triplex, and then I'll even throw in there like details about Slim. Maybe they added Metaburn on there. I'll write about Metaburn, say Metaburn, you can take it this way. So I always add that all in, and obviously in case they have questions, you want to be there to answer that. And then and obviously we don't need to do all this like right when we sign them up because that might be a little overwhelming. You want to get them hooked up first for sure, but we don't want to send like tons of messages. But we want to encourage them to share their first post. And it can be something as simple as just being like, hey, what do you think about giving me a shout out on social media, you know, on your Instagram or Facebook, and ask them if they would be open to posting something on their social media for you. And if they say yes, which would be awesome, of course, you would just provide them a script and some guidance. You could even provide them a picture. And if not, no worries. You can always come back and revisit it at another time. And especially like as people see results, I'll always be like, oh my gosh, did you share that with anybody? You lost 7 pounds. That's amazing. Have you shared that with any friends or family? So that's if you're just signing like a happy wholesaler. If you're signing a business builder, you're going to do all of those same steps, but you also want to add them to a live tribe influencers. And the same thing under announcements there's a newbies post, a newbies training, and you're going to tag them in that. And that's got tons of videos from Marianne, just how to get started on this business. Absolutely amazing. So you also want to get them started on their first post as soon as you can. So if they don't have their products yet, you can offer. So my first suggestion is to take a selfie with the pink drink. I feel like that's always best, especially when they're posting on their social media. People want to see them, right? But if they don't have the pink drink yet, they can always, we have tons of photos that we could share, or you could take a photo of your pink drink and send it to them. And then I would always provide a sample write-up. And I just suggest that they, tweak it so that it sounds like them, because you don't want it to sound artificial, right? Also, you want to have them make a list of 100 people. And I know it sounds scary, but it's definitely doable. You know more people than you realize you do. But make a list of 100 people who they think could either benefit from the products, the business, or both. And then that's going to be their starting place to reach out to them. And those are like individual text messages or messages on Facebook or whatever the case is. And you can help them with that and provide them, a sample reach out for that. Obviously, they're going to tweak that because you want it to sound authentic, but in case they need that idea of like they don't know what to say because they're just starting out on this, you're there to help them with that too. And other than that, you just want to encourage them daily and check on them daily and be the cheerleader and help them along, because you need to, sometimes it's hard, but we need to remember what it was like when we first started and we had like no idea what we were doing. And I'm like, what do I say? Like, I haven't talked to these people in years. I knew this girl in high school, but she could totally use this. I see her Facebook posts. So you just want to be there for them for all the questions and for all the support, because I'm one to speak. If I can do it, they can too, and so can you. So that is pretty much it.
Thank you so much, Megan. Oh my goodness, so appreciate you and being out on your patio sharing. Does anybody have any questions? I know we covered a lot of information. Does anybody have any questions? Feel free to put them in the chat for Allie, for Amber, for Megan. I do want to say we also have some videos now, Ask Your Sponsor, that are really helpful in the follow-up process for everybody, especially if you're new and you're not quite sure all about Plex yet. It really just makes your job so easy. Does anybody have any questions? Well, I hope you guys are inspired.
I have a question.
Oh, yes.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. Okay, so today I wanted to do a three-way with Marianne, and I know Megan mentioned it. So I am totally retarded sometimes when it comes to technology. I think I know things and I find out I really don't. So I was texting my friend back and forth, and I know, so phones are different, like the iPhone and Android are totally different. So like on my kids' phones, they're all iPhone users. You can just add people into a group chat. Android is what I use. It's really weird. I use a Mac, but I'm on an Android phone. So I do not know, apparently, how to do a three-way on an Android. I'm like so lost. Does anybody know how to help me?
Amber, don't you have an Android? How do you create a three-way message?
I'm like, there's Duo on an Android. Like,
Are you just talking about a voice message? Just message me. If you just privately message me, we'll go through this. I'm here for it, Christy. I'm here. Just send me a private message.
Okay.
And Christy, Amber's in our Facebook chat.
Oh, okay, perfect.
Yeah.
So you're really clear on that. You know how to do that, because I have no idea what I'm doing.
Well, I'll figure it out. I might not be, but I'll get it.
I'm like, it's got to be. My kids are like, Mommy, just do this. I'm like, yeah, but my phone does not do that.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. Just private message me.
Okay, sounds good.
Thanks, Christy. Anybody else have any questions? Any questions? Okay, well, you guys, thank you so much for coming on tonight. I hope this is helpful. I did record it, and so you can go back and listen to it as many times as you would like. And I'll be sending that recording out later. So thank you so much. Next week, week 3, we have 4 trainings. So next week is week 3, and you're going to get some more great, wonderful information. Thank you, Megan, Amber, and Allie, so much for sharing. Appreciate you guys. Bye, y'all. Have a good night.